What is going on, guys? In this video today, we are going to be going over the route that I like to take um, for my money runs, which I usually do on my scav runs. Now, I don't claim to have the most money. I've got 9 mil right now, but, I've got all this loot. I've got a lot of really good shit, at least in my opinion. But a lot of my friends in my Discord have been asking me to kind of, teach them the routes that I like to take on my money runs. Um, and I particularly do them only on maps like Interchange and Woods. So I'm going to be going over that. So we're going to just kind of strip my PMC real quick here. And we are going to just bring a pistol. And we're just going to hop into an offline raid. And we are going to show you my route that I like to take. And we're going to start with Interchange. So we're just going to enable offline. We're not going to have any scavs or anything like that. And we're just going to hop right into it. So here we go. Alrighty. So generally when I am playing on my scav, I tend to take the same route every time that I do it. And I have specific items that I'm looking for, specific stores and specific areas and stuff that I like to loot, and specific items that I look for that are high value either on the flea market or to traders. So that's what I'm going to be showing you guys today. So yeah, like I said, I had been mentioning in the Discord or in my Discord a lot that this is my way of making money. Obviously, there are different ways to make money, but this is what works for me. This is what I enjoy doing, and this is what I think has been the most lucrative for me. I know a lot of people like to scav on reserve and stuff, and the reason I try to stay away from reserve is because you just have a high risk of dying to PMCs or raiders or anything along that line. So this is just what I like to do. And this is all based on time as well, because depending upon how much time you have left in raid, and also depending upon where you spawn, really determines how much of the run you're going to be able to do. And this does not include just running around and looting stashes. However, that is a good option for some people. That's just not what I personally like to do. I tend to find that when I run stash runs, a lot of them are already opened and looted because people always do that. So I try to do something a little bit different. So as you can see, we spawned over by Idea. We're on the front side of Idea. We got the parking garage and we got the parking lot and the racetrack and stuff right out front. So this is a decent one to start the run at, because this is actually the perfect one to start the run at. Now, duffel bags. I like to loot every single duffel bag that I can see. I don't know all of the duffel bag spawns, but if I happen to pass by them, I will always loot them. And now we're going to head right up here. So in this area, the first spot that I'm going to be checking is directly over this way. We're going to be checking this computer room over here. Now, in this computer room, obviously there is a duffel bag. The only downside to duffel bags on this map is that they are currently bugged, and you have to close them and then reopen them in order to get the loot out of them. But other than that, you've got, over here you've got tech spawns. As you can see, we've got wires, we've got a motor. Sometimes you can find even graphics cards over on these tables here. Friend of mine, Frank, he let me know about that, so that's really good. And then we've got, computers here. Check behind these desks. We've got more computers. We've got more computers here. Just do a quick little check of those on your scav, and you can make your way through. And then we get back into this area. This area I have found graphics cards, Tetrises, 1G phones, stuff like that. Like, high value items for the amount of slots that they're going to take up, which is what I really look for. I tend to look for items that are going to give me at least 10,000 rubles per slot in my inventory. But that I just feel like you get the best bang for your buck there. So I try to look on all of these shelves here, and as soon as I'm done with this, we're just gonna swing back around this way, and we're gonna cut through the middle here. So you're just gonna take a right immediately out the back of that computer room area, and then run all the way to the other end over here. Now keep in mind, guys, these runs are about speed and about just trying to get in and out as quick as possible so that you can get into the next scav and make some more money. It does work the best if you do have max scav reps, so try to avoid killing scavs at all costs. And try to get that scav rep up, because once you get to 6.0 like I have for the fence, then you are going to be able to scav every 5 to 6 minutes. And sometimes when I'm money running, I will get out of my scav and I'll sell all of my stuff, and by the time I'm done selling all of my stuff, my next scav will be ready. So just from there, I showed you we had a little duffel bag there, we had a toolbox there. I like to check those, and I'm mainly in the toolboxes. I'm looking for like cyclones or bolts or screws, or anything that's like high value to traders or high value in the flea market. Then we're gonna make our way right over here. We're gonna see trend here. We're just gonna take a left, right past trend to our right there. And these boxes right here, I like to jump right up on them. Hop down in here. We got a duffel bag right here. We got a horse spawn right here, and you can find some valuable items right there. A toolbox right here. We got some tech spawns on the table here, as well as on these shelves you can find tech spawns. And then I like to check this right here. You can find tech spawns as well right there. And random just, items. Jump over that. We got 2 jackets here. I just quickly check these 2 jackets. Check these jackets. And then we move on. Sometimes if this is open right here, if the Emercom medical unit is open right here, I will go inside and I will loot. There's a jacket, there is a med bag, there is also a duffel bag over there, and another jacket and another med bag as well. So from here, as you can see, we are in the middle of the mall, but we are kind of in the back. Well, not really back, but it's like the middle area, kind of on the idea side. But we can see Mantis right here, and this is going to be what you're looking for if you're unfamiliar with the map. And you're just going to run down. And now in this area, there's a lot of high traffic area. This is a very high traffic area for PMCs because of Mantis and Brutal and Kiba, and Killa can also spawn here in the middle. So I tend to just kind of do quick scans around and look for dead bodies. If I see any PMCs or any dead scavs or something that might be around here, I'll look for them and I will loot them to see what they have. But otherwise, from here, we're going to come right across from Mantis into Brutal Shop. And in Brutal, we are going to run back here, and there is a toolbox right here that I check. And then this shelf right here, I find thermites and propanes and, just high value barter items that you can pick up. It's a very good place to check. We got metal cutting scissors here. Check these shelves as well. And then, see right here. See, I would pick up this tube here. This tube is 11,000 to the traders, so I would pick that up. Yeah, because I mean every penny counts, and you always want to make sure that you are filling your bag completely, no matter what. Even if you're picking up very small items, if you have the space to pick it up, pick it up. If you find something better, you can drop the lower value items, and you can replace them with the higher value items. That's very, very important. Kiba, if it's usually open, I'll usually just do a quick run through, and I'll just run along the back of Kiba, run along and check all the shelves and the containers and stuff, just to see. Then we're gonna head into here. So just for reference, we got Kiba, we have Brutal. We're heading down towards the hole in the wall that leads to the garage. There's Rasmussen right there. We're gonna go into Edik. Right here you can usually find meds or provisions or something like that. Then there's a jacket right here. We're gonna swing around the back side over here, and there's 2 more jackets that I like to check. And then from those jackets, we're gonna run into Rasmussen. We're gonna quickly peek over the desk here. You can see the little dot shows up. That means there's something on the desk. So ES lamps, you want to pick those up. I like to pick those up just for grenade barters. I think it's a nice and easy way to get grenades, especially since they lowered the amount of grenades that you can buy to 4. We got CPU fans, and obviously everyone knows Rasmussen. If you don't, it's filled with tech, any sorts of tech spawns like lamps, and sometimes you can even find GPUs and Tetrises, stuff like that. Now in these boxes here, this box and this box, I have found GPUs inside of those boxes before. So make sure that you do not skip over these middle tables and you check these and try to see what you can get from that. There's also a weapon box right here, and then on top of these tables as well. Now, to make things a little bit quicker, a little trick is if you step onto this box, you can actually jump over that. If your strength is high enough, you can actually jump over it without the box, but if you have lower strength, you need to jump onto the weapon case to get over. So we're going to come out of Rasmussen, and now we can see Ollie right here. We've got Texco, everyone's favorite store. We've got the furniture store here. Now, I like to run down this way in the furniture store, and I hit this weapon box right here, and then I run all the way down and I hit this grenade box here, and then I quickly turn around. There's a duffel bag right here on this chair, and then I run this way and hit this duffel bag right here, and then from there we run into Texco. And obviously everyone knows Texco. It's a big, tech store with lots of tech spawns and Tetrises and GPUs and all the tech that your heart can desire. You just quickly do little scans and you see if there's anything on these shelves that, might be worth picking up. Like, I don't really pick up light bulbs anymore, but PSUs used to be worth it, but they're not really too much worth anymore. We've got LCD screens, so I usually pick those up just because it's, that 10,000 per slot sort of idea there. Motors, lots of motors, light bulbs, stuff like that. And then we're going to run straight up the escalator, and we're going to go into Tech Light. And now in Tech Light, you want to check all these shelves, all along the tops of the shelves. Find gas analyzers, you can find GPUs, Tetrises, stuff like that. You can also find really good attachment spawns and weapon parts and stuff like that on this box here with the tarp over it. Then, you can just look around all along the tops of the shelves here, and look for that little white dot too. If you see that white dot pop up, that means that there's something on the shelf that you can grab. So if you can't quite see it from standing on the ground, just I usually like to just run my crosshair over the, not crosshair, but just kind of run my crosshair over here and just see if there's any white dot that shows up to tell me that there's an item on there. And then I just check these shelves, these shelves, these shelves. And then that's Tech Light. And then we run over here and into this room. If this is open, I'll usually check to see if anyone forgot anything in there, any PMCs or whatever, and then check on the ground right in here. You can find bronze lions, you can find cats, you can find really high value items on the floor here and on the shelf here. Now from here, we're going to run back down the escalator, and we're going to make our way into Ollie. Now, Ollie is where I find a lot of my, most of my loot, honestly, on this map. I'm just going to run straight over here, run and jump over that, and we're going to check the computer here and the computer here. And now all of these green shelves, you want to look on them. Look along the tops of them, look just anywhere on them, and you can find some loot spawns. Now what we're looking for in Ollie is, like I said, anything that fits that, 10,000 rubles per slot idea. So we've got another tube there, that's another 11k. So we just look along the tops of here, look on these shelves here. And, I just do quick little glances over just to make the run as quick as possible. More computer spawns, 2 more computers in here. Just quick little scans along the shelves. You don't have to walk right up to it. You just got to look for it. WD-40 there. Poxram. These are really tiny, but these are worth about 12,000 rubles. So you can pick those up. Those are good to snag if you've got extra space for sure. Then we just check along these shelves here. Look at that, we got a metal fuel tank and a motor there. And obviously you guys know that offline raids, the loot spawns are very increased since, you know, there's really no point in picking them up in an offline raid. But, you know, we just check along. I just usually like to stand at the end of these and look along the tops and just kind of, you know, see if there's anything sitting on the shelves. Alright, and then we just kind of we're just going to be zigzagging back and forth throughout Ollie now. Just looking on these shelves, just real quick scanning. Because remember, this is all about speed, guys. This is all about speed and getting in and out of the raid as quick as possible with as much loot as you can possibly fit. And obviously, you know, it depends a lot on what your scav spawns with, which is why it's also very important to get that scav rep up. You got another duffel bag right there you can check. Getting that scav rep up means that you're going to be getting a lot better loot, a lot quicker, because you get your scav back a lot quicker. So it's just the way that I like to do it. Obviously, you know, there are different ways to do it, and things work better for different people. So here we go. We're just going to keep on trucking. You know, just quick little scans on the shelves. More plexiglass there. Those are kind of hard to see, but I usually don't pick those up unless I'm trying to like barter trade for something. Alrighty. Here we go. We're just going to keep on running. Just scan with your eyes as you're kind of sprinting along these shelves. There's a box right here that I always like to check. Another hose there. So, oh, we got another tube there. So that's another. Oh, we got a water filter as well. Look out for those too. Lots of water filters in this back area of Ollie. I find so many. So if you've got that water collector going and you're making super water for the moonshines, it's going to be very good for you. Now we just make our way over this way. We're just going to run along here, and we're just going to scan these shelves as we're running by. Now right here, there's 2 more computer spawns. Boom and boom. Another tube. Look here. We got a propane tank. Those are always really good value if you've got the space for it, obviously. Propane tanks usually go for about 50 to 60,000, so that fits right in with the 10K per slot. And that's the most important thing to me. 10K per slot, no matter what. And obviously, if you've got the extra space, pick up anything else that you can see. This shelf here, I always like to do a little jump because you can actually pick up the loot if you get to like right at the edge of it. If it's a little too far back there, but sometimes things are kind of hard to see on that shelf, so I always give it a little jump there. Alright, so we're coming to the end of Ollie here. Oh, there's a pressure gauge there, so those are good. So along this wall here, there's usually nothing, so I don't go down that way. And now we're into this room here. So in this room, I like to do quick little scans along these shelves here. There's a toolbox here, and you know, just quickly looking along these shelves. Another tube there. That's another 11,000. Let me just run along this way. We got some more Keck tape. We got another toolbox, and then just along these shelves here, as I'm running this way, I'll just be, you know, quickly scanning. You just have to have a keen eye for a lot of these things, you know. Making our way out. And And now this brings us to the backside of Ollie, where the Emercom extract is at, down over that way. I like to run over this way and check this weapon box here. And then I just double back real quick. And now usually, depending upon how much time you have left, let's say you have like 2 minutes left in your scav run. If you come out here and you've only got 2 minutes left, maybe a little bit less than that, you can get away with it, but you really only need about 1 minute to get from here to the extract. So, I mean, you can take that as you will, obviously use your own discretion there, but I usually like to run over here and at the very least check this duffel bag if I've got about 2 minutes left, and then I will run back and I will go to the extract. But if I've got a little bit extra time, if I spawned in a little bit later in the raid, I will run down this way. And sometimes you can find dead scav bodies all along this area from people, you know, PMCs extracting and killing the scavs that tend to hang out over here. And I like to run in here, check this box here, and then all the way back over here. We've got another weapon case back over there that tends to not be checked ever. So it's a good one to check. And then in here, in this container, you can find attachment spawns and like magazine spawns and stuff like that. We got an RK5 there. We got an XPS-32. We got another... that's an ammo box, not a grenade box. And then from here, I will run out this way. And in this truck here, there's another crate there. Now these things I only check if I have a little bit extra time on my hands and I can get away with it. But then from there, I make my way to the extract. So we're just gonna, you know, jump down this way. We're gonna run across. Now in the end game here, you want to make sure that you're very mindful of your stamina. You want to make sure that you have enough time to be able to sprint to the extract and not lose out on that time and get an MIA if you can't move fast enough. Remember, like I said in the beginning, it's all about speed. Getting in and out as quick as possible. This crate here spawns an Iskra lunchbox every single time. I bet you if I open it right now, it's got an Iskra lunchbox in it. Boom, look at that, dude. Iskra lunchbox. And that's usually the last thing that I check. And then we'll just make our way over here to the Emercom extract. And while we're extracting, I like to open this. Sometimes you can find provisions in this car, but otherwise that's going to be it. So that's my general loot run. It all depends on kind of where you spawn at, obviously, but you know, if you can kind of get used to that run and that route, you always start off in that idea side and you just follow the exact same route from the computer room on idea, and yeah, you can make a lot of money that way. I tend to make about 250,000 to sometimes 500,000 rubles every single time I do a scav run like that, and yeah, it's just my way of doing it. That's how I like to make money. It's what I enjoy doing. I think it's the easiest way, in my opinion, rather than, you know, running on your PMC and risking, you know, losing out on all the money that you pick up to another PMC on the map. When you're scav running, on Interchange especially, because you spawn in so late into the raid, a lot of the PMCs are already gone. You can tend to just sprint around and not have to even worry about other PMCs. Obviously, there can be some bad scavs that might murder you, but I've really only found that scavs will try to kill you if you have a big backpack on. So if you end up finding a big backpack and you run into some player scavs, try to keep your back like away from them so that they can't get a good look at your backpack. So they don't see that, hey, this guy's got a big backpack, it's maybe worth the karma loss, and I'm gonna kill him. So just keep that in mind when you're doing these runs, and yeah, I hope that this helps, and I hope that you guys make a lot of money from this. So thank you guys again, and I've never done a video like this, so I hope that that was okay and informative. And if you guys have any, you know, other ideas or advice on the video and what you think that I could do better, what you think I can do differently, let me know that. All right, have a good day, guys. Peace.